Ordinarily, when I'm asked to speak, I'm asked to speak on a legal topic. So I'm asked to speak on the Consumer Protection Act or the New Companies Act, or how can I collect my debtors. But when I was given this opportunity to speak, I thought I'd take the opportunity to let you celebrate with me, because on Thursday my business turns 3. And what's very exciting for me is that when I started, I didn't think it would turn 1. So what I wanted to share with you was the 7 lessons that I've learned in the last 3 years about running a business. So the first lesson that I learned was, is that just because somebody tells you something doesn't mean it's true. And that is a hard lesson to learn. I read a book once that said that women do not challenge paradigms. If we're told this is how it is, we believe this is how it is. Whereas a man will go, but why can't we do that? Naturally, women tend to stick into their paradigm. So for me, when I was retrenched from a big firm, I thought my life was over. I couldn't find work in Cape Town, so I started my own business, and people told me, you are mad. You are absolutely mad. You're never going to get good staff. You can't afford good lawyers. You're not going to get any good clients. You can't compete against the big firms. But you know what? They were wrong. I've got great clients. I've got blue chip clients. I've got clients that I'm proud of. I've got clients that have grown with me. I have an amazing team. I have 16, there's 16 of us all in all, and we really are like a family. And we really have a firm that I can wake up in the morning and just be proud to go to. So they were wrong. And just because they told me that things would be in a certain way, doesn't mean that they were. The second thing that I learned was that you've got to close your escape hatch and be 150% committed. When I started my business, as I said, it was out of necessity. And I think if I'm truly honest with you, I didn't really think of myself as a businesswoman initially. I was just plugging a gap, trying to earn some money, making sure I didn't lose my house and my cat and all of those things. And then last year, in the height of the recession, when we had but no money, I hadn't taken a salary for months, I got a call from a boutique practice in Cape Town, and I was asked to interview for a position as a partner there. And they offered me 50,000 Rand a month, which I have to tell you was like offering me 20 million Rand a month. It was like the most amount of money I'd ever heard of in my life ever. And I went for the interview, and they offered me the position. And for reasons that I didn't fully understand, I turned around and said, no, I run my own business. And when I did that, I realized that I'd gone from being a lawyer who was just making ends meet to being a businesswoman. And it was from that point that my business really started to take off, because then I knew this is it, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to run this practice. The third thing is you've got to know who you are. You've got to know what you're prepared to compromise and what you're not. You've got to know what you want to achieve and what isn't important to you. When we did, in the first week of Expose Yourself, we did the values. Remember? What are your core values? And it was a really good exercise for me to do again after a time. And it's always a relief when I get to the end and the answer is, Jesus. But I still have to do that exercise for myself. And for me, as a business owner, I often have to do those spot checks, like, am I chasing the money? Am I being too hard on my staff? Am I looking after my clients? What are my values? I have to know myself. The fourth thing that I learned is to dream big. Dream big or don't dream, but just dream big. In November, there were 3 of us. And I just decided, I'm going to be a firm. I am going to open another office, I'm going to get some partners on board, and I'm going to grow this baby. And I sat down with my team and we dreamed. And we dreamed and we dreamed and we dreamed, and now there's 16 of us dreaming. And the other day we were sitting together and I said, you know what? I think if we meet all our targets for this year, we should go to Thailand. And one of my other team members said, no, we must go to Mozambique, I've always wanted to go there. No, Zanzibar. And there we sat as a team dreaming of where we're going to be when we reach our goals. And that's just a great thing. And just so that's been a huge lesson for me, is to dream big, unfettered dreaming. The fifth thing I learned was to surround myself with people better than myself. Now, especially as a woman, I like to be the alpha female, okay? I like to be the one sort of bitch slapping the opposition down. I don't like to be told what to do, okay? But I've learned that I need to surround myself with people that push me out of my comfort zone. So I hire stroppy lawyers. Stroppy lawyers are the best lawyers. They're the ones who will go into battle for you. They're the ones that will push to get the big clients. They're the ones that are going to grow their business. They're not the ones that are going to sit there and kind of, wait for the next meal. They're going to go out and grow. I realized I'm a shocking accountant. So I hired an exceptional management accountant, and it changed my business. I realized that being a good lawyer doesn't make me a good business owner, so I got myself a business coach. I realized that I can't be my own legal advisor, so I got myself a lawyer. And I've surrounded myself with people that can feed in the skills that I'm lacking. Big lesson, very, very humbling. The sixth thing was to expect the unexpected. People, things go wrong, like it just does. Sometimes you get into bed on the 24th of the month and you go, please God, put money in my account for salaries. That's just sometimes how it goes. And I was saying to Melanie, the first time one of my staff resigned, I thought my life was over. But her resignation made way for the next staff member to come in. And wow, she's amazing. So the unexpected happens, and it can be really bad, or it can be the start of something amazing. And the last lesson I wanted to leave you with is that you've got to enjoy the ride. It is fun. You will never get the rush that you get from running your own business in corporate. I see my colleagues who are still at big firms and are very successful and have wonderful pots of money and it's a great life for them, but it's not for me. I think that if you had to take me off the roller coaster, I would devolve. I would never be the person that I am now. I would never have the courage of my convictions, and I would never be able to say, yeah, screw it, we don't have any work, let's go for lunch. Because really, what else can you do? So those are my 7 lessons, and as I celebrate my business's birthday on Thursday, I hope you'll be thinking of me. And I look forward to celebrating your businesses with you as we continue on this journey together. Wow.